Welcome back from Getting Started, Lesson 1. Now we're going to start on Lesson 2, where I'm going to introduce a few items. The toolbar, we're going to check out the toolbar and also draw with the pencil tool and go back to the push and pull as well, and maybe even do some orbit as well. I'm going to go back to where we have the pencil, and we hadn't really used this before last time, but we're going to start from an endpoint. If I hover over the edge of the square, you'll notice the midpoint will light up, and then the endpoint at the other side will light up. If I select and click and point up, I can point in a top height direction, and you notice that the length will stretch as well. So I'm going to go 10.4 and go right down here and snap. And of course it's going to have a different information on the length, but that's okay. Once I selected the pencil command and tool and created this geometry in Google, now I have a surface here. So I'm going to go back to the push and pull, and you'll notice that it does light up and go to like a blue hatch. So what I'm going to do is, before I do the push and pull, I jumped ahead, and that's fine. You're going to do that from time to time. I'm going to go to the orbit around, and what I'm doing is, when I selected the orbit, and if we look down on the left hand corner, it does say orbit. I'm going to hold the left click of the mouse, click of the left mouse here, and just kind of drag, hold the left click of the mouse again, hold it down, and then push, left click again, and then push till I get to the other side. Now I'm going to go back to the push and pull toolbar here, and now it is blue. Left click and drag till I get to the face here. So I'm going to stop it right there. So now you notice that we have an actual roof. That is pretty quick and pretty neat. In Google SketchUp, it allows you to draw very quickly. If I come back here with the orbit again and drag, again you can do shift pan as well. That's a pretty neat way of getting around the model. Now if you're too close to the model, like we are right now, I'm going to kind of find a sweet spot here, and I'm going to take the wheel of the mouse and roll it towards, and then if I roll the wheel of the mouse in, it'll zoom in. Take the wheel of the mouse and roll it out. If I roll it out, it zooms out. And if I go up here and introduce this little pan hand, it looks like here, I'm going to select it, and again, this is the pan hand. I'm going to left click and then pan and move it this way. I'm not actually moving the SketchUp model, I'm just moving the view of how we're viewing the actual 3D model. The last thing we're going to look at under the view pull down menu is toolbars. And you'll notice under the toolbar view pull down menu that several items are selected. If I were to go and turn off a few items, which I did not do before, because I noticed I don't need the section planes, turn it off, go back to view pull down menu, turn off section cuts, go back and click, and just keep on clicking to get rid of a few items here. They were turned off. Now that's fine, I really didn't need those to be turned on. Now I'm going to go back to the toolbars, and I'm going to see that I have getting started checked on. Sections is still there, views, and I'm going to go back to and select standard and just turn that one on, so you can see that there is a difference, and it did slide the other information down here on these toolbars here. So if I left click and then drag, I can even float them if I like. And there's views, left click and drag. Pretty neat. Alright, I'm going to save, and this will end lesson 2, and we will be back for lesson